If you're watching this on replay, go ahead and go to the 2 minute mark. That's when the video starts. Still trying to figure out what video I wanted to talk about. It's a couple, but I don't know how long I could talk about it for. So I don't know if I should just mix it up. But they're two different types of videos, completely different types. I don't know. I might talk about both. We'll see.
A group of Black Americans went to Ghana, spoke to the Ghanaian government about building a town for Black Americans in Ghana, got approval from the Ghanaian government to build a town for Black Americans in Ghana.
Oh,
And part of the agreement was that first,
I just realized. Yo, I just realized I said all of that shit for no reason because I had the mic on mute. God damn. See, this is the learning curves. This is the baby steps, you know, learning everything. Being tight with everything is something that I gotta go through, the growth periods, the embarrassing moments. I wanted to document all of that. I didn't want to come out and seem like it was perfect. I want y'all to see the growth, see all the mistakes, see the embarrassing moments. This was an embarrassing moment. I did all of that talking, and all y'all seen was my mouth moving. Y'all didn't know what the hell was going on. But basically, so I'll run it back. Hopefully you made it this far into the video. You probably didn't. I don't know if I should start it all over, but hopefully you made it this far into the video because, you know, I was talking and you couldn't hear me. But anyways, so what I was saying was, I always wanted to move to Africa. Well, not always, but like for like the last, like, I want to say like 12 years, I wanted to move to Africa. And my dream is to start a city. That I've been wanting to do for like 15 years. Just a dream. It's not a goal yet because I'm not actively pursuing this, so it's just a dream. A goal is something I feel like you actively pursuing. So I want to do it out in Africa, you know what I'm saying? And there is Akon, you know, he's doing that, building a city in Senegal. There's another family that's doing it in the Gambia. And then there is now this video that I'm about to play is Earn Your Leisure. The people who do Earn Your Leisure on YouTube, they couple with another company, and you know, I'm gonna play the video. But like I said, this is funny because the first like 3 minutes I was talking and it was all on mute. But anyways, let's run it back. Hold up. All right, let me go back.
Hold on, let me get this straight. A group of Black Americans went to Ghana, spoke to the Ghanaian government about building a town for Black Americans in Ghana, got approval from the Ghanaian government to build a town for Black Americans in Ghana. And part of the agreement was that first, the Black Americans were given 200 acres to build build a settlement, a small settlement, and they wanted to see how quick that settlement will be sold. Basically, they're saying, we'll give you 200 acres to do a trial run. If there are enough people who are interested, then we will invest and give you money to build an entire town. And nobody is talking about it? Yep. I looked it up. It is for real, for real. Chuck Bars and Earn Your Leisure, those two companies went to the Ghanaian government and said, look, if you're for real about Black Americans coming back, we want our own. We want our own town. We want our own everything. And the Ghanaian government say, yeah, we'll do it. But first, you got to show us there's a possibility this will work. We're not about to give you, fuck ton of land and nothing's going to come out of it. We'll give you 200 acres first, and we'll see what you could do with 200 acres. Yep. The name of the city, which they've already named, is Sanbra, which means the return. So there's literally a town right now that has been renamed the Return for Black people to go. All y'all got to do is find the Chak Bars and those guys and start. People, it's happening. It's happening. Spread the word, put the money together. It's happening. It is.
All right, so like I said, this is something I always wanted to do. And now I'm getting real serious about leaving the country, with Trump being the president and stuff and how he's acting. I feel like I said a while ago, well, I don't want to talk too much about that because I don't want to get demonetized. Because YouTube, you got to really it's real sensitive. Like, it's hardly no free speech. You can barely talk without being demonetized. So I ain't gonna go too far into that. But we all know the reason why I would want to leave due to who's the president now, right? So anyways, let me read some of this. Okay. I don't know about taking America to Ghana. We need to assimilate and integrate black back into what we should have always been. Is this a joke? That's what white people do in other countries. And we complain about segregation and racism. Why can't they coexist with the local Guyanese? Um, you're the first I've heard of this. So what? Yeah, when I thought about it, it's not that they can't coexist with the locals. It's just the fact that sometimes um, being around people this similar to you, eventually they will all start to coexist as generations go on. But you know, we have our own cultures, our own way of life, our own way of doing things. They have theirs. If you just integrate too much too quickly, sometimes it could cause a lot of headache. It could cause a lot of problems, in my opinion. So I mean, eventually, the Black Americans that's there, they're gonna integrate. They're gonna do business. They're gonna do all types of things with the people there. So they get used to each other. But initially, it could be a bad thing because it could be too many people coming in. Plus, the Guyanese government want us to come there to help build businesses and all of that different stuff. And um, I guess I could see what the person is thinking about, but I don't know. I think doing it that way is not necessarily a bad thing. Although I can see why this is interesting, I think I would prefer to live among the Ghanaian people. If the development and government integrated the Ghanaian people at all economic levels into this project, then that would be interesting. Yeah, I mean, either way, I can see it happening either way. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 plots of land in Ghana. My sister is also out there with 4 plots of land building. It's a movement. I'm not living there. I'm not living there. LOL. You can miss me with that. Adapt to what's there and be respectful. Um, I want out of here. I'm in. That's beautiful, but don't go taking American culture to Ghana. It's already showing segregation. Go find land and integrate and learn the culture there. You're going to always be who you are. Well, it is a way to still feel at home. I get it. Be careful. Um, I mean, your culture is your culture. You don't have to go somewhere and just automatically adapt all of their cultures. People who come from different cultures and come to America they don't just adapt everything that we do over here. They integrate, they adapt, but it's a lot of segregated areas over here, and it's not segregated as in you cannot integrate. It's just segregated in the sense of this is what I know. People want to be around people that they have commonalities with. It is what it is. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, if you just start, shitting on people because they have differences or you just refuse to interact with them, that's one thing. But I don't think that would be the case here. I think people will still interact with each other. It's just, when different cultures come to America, they move like I live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and some of the surrounding cities. There's a city, Mooresville, and Cary. There's a lot of Middle Eastern people in Mooresville. How is that? But then if you go to Chapel Hill near UNC, there's luxury apartments that it's just a bunch of people of Asian descent. How is that possible? Why? Because they want to be around people that's like them, that share the same things that they share. It's natural. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if they like, yo, you're not allowed to come over here, that would be a big thing. You know what I mean? Let me see. The American will do anything to get Black Americans off American soil. The Black Native Americans are being encouraged by Pan-Africanists. WND, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Black elites to believe that Africa is their home so they can abandon their ancestral lands. Here, I guess it's supposed to be here in America. Here in America, many Black Americans, why do they put this all in caps? Many Black Americans, aka Native Americans, are taking this deceptive move. we just can't unify for nothing. There's always somebody complaining about now this is the thing. If even if that was the case and we are going back to Africa, is it bad? Like, why is that a problem? The resources in Africa is abundant. So it wouldn't be a issue anyways. So I don't see why, you got some black Americans making it this big old thing. It is what it is. If we was to move back, it's not like it's gonna be a problem. We're not just gonna go to a situation that ends up being worse if we all going there because the dollar, the money that we bring, the resources that we bring is still coming over there as well. So what would be the big deal? Changes will happen for good over there as well. They would teach us some things, we'd teach them some things. And I don't know. I jumped to conclusions because immediately no is giving colonizer LOL. But then I thought maybe there's a reason and more to this. So I hope there's more to this. I'm gonna give my people the benefit of the doubt and pray this is helpful. This is a helpful way for us to transition to life on the continent. Yeah, I'm not seeing what's the big deal, but I guess that's because I always wanted to go anyways. Um, why do you need your own town in Ghana? For uh, why are you okay? Why are you not coming and assimilating with the people of Ghana? Our hope is that if you are coming to Ghana, I guess this is a person from Ghana, that you're including the people of Ghana in what you do. Don't come and start building all these expensive homes, clubs, restaurants, and facilities that Ghanaian cannot take part in, afford, or are excluded from, which is happening way too often. Why would they even think that? Like, that's the problem. The brainwashing is just crazy. Why would you think that that would be the case? There would be jobs there. If we come in there to build all of that stuff, right? We're creating jobs. Who's going to be working these jobs? If they come in with the businesses, these clubs and restaurants and home, like some people are going to be working. So we're bringing jobs to you anyways. So why would that even be an issue? And then to say, that they're excluded from, I don't think the government there will even allow Ghanaian people to even be excluded from it. Like, yeah, we're going to give y'all land, then we're going to tell y'all can't come. That's crazy. It said, I don't know, coaches here create pocket zones specifically for their ethnicity. I don't see why Black Americans can't have a small section where people that share the same culture can mingle. That's the point. That's how I feel. I feel the exact same way she feels. It's not saying that we won't integrate, but, give it some time. You know what I mean? Or we end up stepping on each other's toes because you can't. Here's the thing: if you have Americans spread out amongst the Ghanaian people, they're not gonna immediately. One is not gonna immediately take the culture of the other. Like it's not gonna happen. I can't just drop who I am. You can't just drop who you are, right? So if they have their own spot, slowly they will start. Because what will happen is American will meet a Ghanaian person, and then they will fall in love, and then they create a family, and then they'll start integrating some of their culture with some of our culture, and then that generation will then create more, and then that's how it spreads, and then that's how you slowly bring them all together, and eventually it won't be a thing of like, oh, it's just separated over here, and it will all integrate at one point. So people got to think about it like that. Just let it happen naturally. But if Americans need to feel comfortable first, because the problem is most Americans don't even want to go to Africa, which is crazy to me, but they don't even want to go, not even a visit. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to go to Africa, at least when they create this spot, now what's going to happen is now friends and family are going to be more likely to visit. See, that's how I'm thinking they thinking about it. Not the people investing, but the government. More people are going to be more inclined to visit because at least when they go there, they're not completely, like it's not a culture shock completely, because at least they have some people that they know that they can feel comfortable. right? That I can go there and feel comfortable knowing that it's a little taste of America there, right? Then as I get there and I'm visiting, maybe I'm visiting often, or maybe I decide to move, I can start to venture out and then get ingrained with the culture of the Ghanaian people. That's how I see it. So, you know, for those people who thinking it's just we over here just gonna be segregated and we won't interact with them, you bugging. But to reply, this reply says, because you are now gentrifying someone else's country, this is a problem. And it might not be if it's open land, it's not gentrifying their country. This is a problem. And I ask that you really do your homework on the effects to Ghanaians, making them second-class citizens in their own country. But yep. So I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna end this right here because I didn't really want to be on this long. Anyways, I'm trying to get my sleeping pattern back in order. But to the next video, peace.